Hi there, my name is Bobby and I am an English teacher here at VIA, or Vallarta International Academy. And today we're learning how to talk about rules and obligations in English. In order to do that, I want to teach you about the modal verb have to. But don't worry about the fancy grammar or the scary word modal verb. It's simple, and I'm going to show you with a formula. If we use the modal verb have to, it will help us give orders, explain rules, describe something that we must do. And it starts with our subject. I, you, he, she, it, we, they, and then we use the modal verb, have to or has to. Next in our formula is the infinitive. So remember, that's the base form of a verb. No conjugation. Walk, run, laugh, cry, talk, see, all examples of an infinitive. The last part of our formula is the complement. Now let's plug it into a sentence and see how it works when we're trying to give rules or obligations. You have to, modal verb, study, infinitive, to pass. You have to study to pass. That's an example of using this modal verb to describe an obligation. Now, what about the question form? If you want to ask a question about a rule or an obligation, do or does plus the subject plus our modal verb have to plus the infinitive plus a complement, and as always in a question, our question mark. Let's try an example. Do I have to make dinner? Question mark. Or if we want to use another subject, we could say, does she have to walk the dog? Question mark. Does she have to walk the dog? Using this formula, we can ask a question about her obligation, whether she does or does not have to walk the dog. Now, what if the answer to a question about a rule is negative? We have a formula for that as well. Subject plus does not or do not plus our modal verb, have to, plus the infinitive, plus the complement. As you can see, it's almost the same as our other formulas, just a slight change. So let's make an example. I do not have to go to work. I do not have to go to work. Using our simple formula, I can answer in the negative about a rule or obligation. So there you have it. Using the modal verb have to, we can talk about rules and obligations in English.